Hello everybody, my name is Trash. I am 21 years old and I'm autistic. It's currently, it's a bad thing. I've got a few other problems with me as well. I've got Asperger's, dyspraxia, dyslexia, and Klinefelter syndrome. I just want to sort of give you a backstory before you enter my channel. I'm currently homeless at the minute and looking for housing. This of course is my intro, and just wanted to give you a heads up on what's going to be based on my channel. I'll probably be doing vlogs, probably be doing gaming in the future as well. I've done it in the past, but since I've left home I haven't really sort of had the chance to do my gaming. So yeah, this is sort of a vlog about me and how I'm doing. So yeah, I'm doing this for like my intro as well, because I thought at the time I did a new intro for my channel. So this is my new intro. I hope you enjoy. Yeah, it'll also be a vlog as well. Just wanted to talk out as well that I've never really sort of opened up about this before. I know I had my other channel, Easter Beats Gaming as well. I'll put a link in the description of that channel. You can check out all my old stuff I did as well. But yeah, I'm not really uploading on that channel anymore, but I still keep, like, because I made really good videos and stuff, so I still keep them. But I just wanted to sort of open up that I am, my sexuality, I'm bisexual, and like I'm into both genders. Like I've sort of really kept it to myself before, that, you know, everyone thought I was straight and stuff, but I'm actually bisexual, and I'm, you know, into men as well, you know, just sort of, yeah. But never really sort of like opened up about it before, because I've kind of felt shy, and for me now it feels really awkward to sort of say my sexuality in front of a camera. But you know, it does feel really awkward, but I'm glad it's out there now. But yeah, like I was saying, I have Asperger's and dyspraxia, dyslexia, and Klinefelter. Klinefelter, if you don't know what it is, it's a chromosome disorder, a bit like it affects your chromosomes, a bit like Down syndrome, because that's a chromosome, like, genetic disorder, and it's the same with Klinefelter as well. It's with males who generally have XY, and I think with females it's XXY. And my chromosome disorder is I've got 47, so I've got like an extra pair of chromosomes. I've got an extra X pair of chromosomes, so it makes me XXY. And if you're studying genetics, you know, it's sort of something that would be good for if you did like a project on genetics. Like if you was doing science at the minute and you was doing genetics and you wanted to know a bit more about genetics, I can explain a bit in like another video of genetics. So, you know, if you wanted to leave a comment saying that you want to know a bit more about genetics and stuff, and my genetics in general, I will make another video and I'll post it in another video. I've got up obviously. But no, yeah, just sort of, I've got Klinefelter syndrome, and it also affects my build, like my body structure. It affects my body in general. So like everything from eating to like weight, from like builds to even like having kids as well. Like I can't like have children because of having a low count of uh, sperm. So it's like, yeah, it's kind of, you know, kind of hard really, just to sort of, you know, think that, oh, you know, if I wanted kids, then I can't really have kids because my sperm count is low. And nah, trying to wake up. But yeah, just sort of, you know, it's when you think about it, like living with Klinefelter and stuff, you get you're originally born with like you're not producing testosterone. Like I wasn't producing like the male hormone of testosterone, so it was kind of hard for me to be male in a sense, because you know you was always having like female hormones, and you was always, it was going hard, you know, like when I was growing up and stuff. It's like I was always wearing guys' clothes, but I ever thought that, you know, would it be weird if I wore females' clothes? It just not really sort of the best, you know. And yeah, it just sort of, when I was growing up and stuff, it's kind of hard fitting in with other people because you looked female, because my body structure is sort of like, with my body structure I've got wide hips similar to females, and I've noticed that one side of my body is less hairier than the other side, which is, so it's like if you split it here, this side here is less, there's like less facial hair than this side, if you've noticed. And that's because of the like, it's sort of, I don't know, it's weird, it's just like half. And I've sort of only really noticed it now that, you know, it's actually sort of starting to affect me now, you know. It's like I've been to see my doctor, but I've got a nice doctor in it, and you know, I go to Brighton to see my doctor like once a year, because they have to keep an eye on my testosterone, make sure I'm producing it. I was originally on tablets, but like testosterone replacement tablets, but they didn't work. So I was on like a gel that I had to like rub on my stomach, and um, yeah, and that worked surprisingly well. So I was from the age of like 13 right through till I think 16 or 18. I was always on like tablets. It was, no, 13 till 16. I think 13 or 7, 13 till 17. I think it was. I was on tablets, and then I was on like a testosterone gel, which was, I think it was Tostran or whatever it's called, testosterone or whatever it's called. But yeah, it's sort of like they do like male um like supplements. So say if it was like people going through a change in their gender, so if they was going from female to male, they would have male testosterone replacements, and that's sort of what they was giving me because I wasn't producing testosterone. So in a sense, I was a female in a man's body, which was very, very strange for me. I was going through like when I was 13, I was going through phases of, you know, trying on dresses behind my mum's back, which was you know, it kind of felt secretive in a way. It was it was different, you know. I was going through a stage where, you know, when my mum was going out and stuff to like do stuff, I was always going, like, I always had my, I don't know, it was like a secret dress that I had in my drawer hidden, and I don't have it now, of course, because I threw it away when, you know, I done my started feeling more male. so I threw it away. And yeah, but I always had this nice um, dress that I always used to put on when my mum was out. And if my mum's watching, hi mum. Yeah, I'm sorry I've been hiding all these secrets from you, but yeah, it's just sort of um, yeah, it's just sort of strange because it was different. I didn't feel male at all. Um, it's just like I was having dreams as well. I was waking up and I felt like a female. Like I had all like the female body parts, but I woke up and I just still a man. It's weird. It's I've always had thoughts of what would it be like if I was female, but I've never really sort of gone to the point of where I've changed my appearance to female because once you do that, you can't go back. And during that time of when I was about 13, I was going through the testosterone replacements, and I was slowly turning more and more into a man, and I will admit it felt weird because I wasn't myself. I was more um, how would you say, more active. I was getting like more of a like because when I was like before, if you understand, when I was female, I was a bit like I was very emotional. Like I was crying a lot. I was when you're not producing testosterone, it kind of it makes you more, it gives you like more emotion. You're more emotional about like what you are, and like little problems can upset you, and it's very very emotional. But because I was on the testosterone, it was making me less emotional and more stronger, would you say? Um, and I had more of like an attitude as well, um, like more of like a male's attitude, um, which was all right, I guess. Yeah, it was different. It didn't feel like I didn't feel like myself because I was being someone else in this gel, and it completely changed my life. Um, yeah. So it's been hard, just sort of going through these changes and stuff, and yeah, had a big impact on me in my life. A lot of people, like I never really sort of like had friends in school because I never really got on with people and stuff. Like I was more in school, towards like primary school and secondary school. I had a best friend who was like I had friends who were like girls and stuff, and like, I always used to be hanging around with girls. Um, like I never really had friends that were guys, apart from like a few that were like I grew up with or who I was like really good friends with. But it was just mainly girls that I was friends with. It was quite strange actually when you think about it now. Like you're friends with like males and stuff before when you was female, and like you had female like genetics inside of you. It just kind of feels like you were female then, and you've just like you've woke up and you're in a different life. That's what it feels like. It's very hard actually, dealing with my KS as well, because you have to go like before. When I was about 13, I was going to like hospital appointments every 6 months for like blood tests for doing to like check my blood, my testosterone levels and everything, making sure that it was alright. So I was going for like 2 blood tests a year, which was like in a sense like I hate blood tests. Like I hate needles. Like I've got a phobia of needles, and it's just I couldn't stand it, and yeah, it kind of felt like a curse, really, but just sort of having this syndrome does have its does have its benefits as well. Like, it does have good things. So yeah, it's just sort of, yeah, it's quite strange, but that's my Klinefelter for you. In the next video, I'll probably be talking about my Asperger's and my difficulties and stuff. Um, yeah, but this has been my vlog about my Klinefelter syndrome. Sorry, it's been very long. But if you've made it this far and you've actually stayed till the end, then thank you for listening to my story of my Klinefelter syndrome. And if there's anyone else as well who has Klinefelter syndrome and they want to get in touch with me, I'll if you leave a comment down below, and I'll send you like a little message, or you can tweet me on Twitter. You can click on my Twitter. I'll leave my Twitter link in the description as well. You guys can tweet me, and if you're male suffering with Klinefelter syndrome, then please, get in contact with me, because it's like, it'd be nice to talk about, you know, like what we're both living with. So, yeah. But other than that, this has been a blog about sort of an insider to the Trash himself. So, yeah, cool. Thank you for listening.